Here we have Ebony making two different investments with a total amount of interest is $5,300. Basically, we're going to have interest from one investment plus interest from another investment, adding up to a total of $5,300. Now, interest is equal to principal times rate times time. So in each of these cases, we're going to have a principal, rate, and time. And I know that the P's, R's, and T's are different. If you want to put little subscripts of 1 and 2 so that they can be told apart from each other or distinguished from each other, that is perfectly fine. We're trying to find the principal in each case. The first principal is unknown, but we are given a 2.8% interest rate, which I'm going to write as 0.028, and this is being invested for 5 years. The second investment is for $5,000 more than the first, so I'm going to substitute P2 with P plus 5,000 times the interest rate 3.6%, which I will write as 0.036, times the length of the term, which is 10 years, equals $5,300. Okay, we need to do a little bit of cleanup here on the left-hand side. When we multiply together the terms with that first P, we're going to find that we get 0.14P plus 0.036P plus 1,800. Sorry, that should be 0.36 because I've multiplied by 10 there, equals the 5,300. Combining like terms, we now have 0.5P plus 1,800 equals 5,300, and we can solve from here. Subtract 1,800 from each side to get 0.5P is equal to 3,500, and multiplying each side by 2 we get P is equal to 7,000. We wish to know how much was invested in each account. So $7,000, which was our original P, was invested in the 5-year note that had a 2.8 interest rate, and then $5,000 more than that, which is $12,000, was invested in the 10-year bond, which had the 3.6% interest rate. We now have a mixture problem. We're mixing together a 50% saline solution with a 10% saline solution to get a 25% saline solution. And we want to focus on the amount of salt in each separate mixture. First, we're going to begin with the amount of salt in the 50% mixture plus the amount of salt that's in the 10% mixture, adding up to the amount of salt that is in the 25% mixture. Okay, well, we begin with 60 cc's of a 50% saline solution. Well, 50% of that 60 cc's is salt. So we're going to multiply 60 times 0.50. We don't know how much is being added, but we do know that it's at a 10% saline salinity. And the amount of the mixture will be the 60 cc's plus the amount that was added with a 25% concentration. What I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply all the way through by 100, which will allow me to clear the decimals in each case. And I can multiply 60 times 50 to get 3,000 plus 10x equals 1,500. That's 60 times 25, 1,500 plus 25x. Let's get all the variable terms to the right, subtracting 10x from each side, and the constant terms to the left, subtracting 1,500 on each side. The left side of the equation becomes 1,500, and the right side of the equation becomes 15x. Dividing by 15, we find that x is equal to 100, and the answer is that 100 cc's of 10% saline should be added in this problem.